Hey, Rigsby here, and in today's episode, I want to talk with you about building around your strengths. Let's get to it.
Welcome to the Fitness Business School podcast, the show for fitness business owners who want to grow their income, increase their impact, and improve their lifestyle. Be sure to listen till the end of this episode because we have a brand new special offer exclusive for listeners. So stay tuned.
If you've listened to any number of my episodes, read any of the stuff that I put out, you're familiar with my background as a college baseball coach. And that's really where I learned about playing to your strengths. I think that so often people struggle because they're wedged into a box of trying to operate like somebody else. And I look back at some of the players that I maybe coached early on and tried to turn them into something that frankly they weren't predisposed to being. And I think, okay, I kind of failed that person, but the better I got at helping people play to their strengths, the better I became as a coach. The better I got at building a program around the strengths that we had and didn't necessarily magnify the weaknesses, the better our program became. And I've really leaned into that my entire time as an entrepreneur, whether it was owning over 35 different businesses in fitness, sports performance, you name it, or as a business coach, playing to my strengths, playing to client strengths is something that frankly is a lot more fun. You get to move faster and you have a higher probability of success. So why don't more people do it? Well, I think there are a few reasons. I think the first is they don't want to outsource the things that they aren't strong in. They don't want to find other people to complement them and support those. But the reality is a business has a number of standards that have to be met. I mean, you have to be able to deliver a service that provides the result and the experience that the clients will enjoy if you want to be successful. You've got to operate the business in a healthy, profitable fashion. You've got to market and sell. As you scale, you've got to lead. I mean, there are a lot of hats that have to be worn. And I think a lot of people don't want to outsource any of those hats because maybe they aren't certain they can afford it. They don't know what being good at those things look like, or maybe mistakenly they believe that, hey, I can get good at this just through osmosis because they're not doing anything to get good at it. And that's just not how things work. I think that if you look at this almost like a sport coach, in football teams have offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators and special teams coordinators. Baseball teams have pitching coaches as well that take a segment of the responsibility and do a lot of the day-to-day there. And in business, I think that if you play to your strengths, part of the key there is surrounding yourself with other people who are playing to theirs. As I record this episode, I know that the role that I'm going to play in this is I've got to be the person providing the content, the insights, the intellectual property, if you will. I'm the one on camera, which frankly isn't necessarily my comfort zone, but it's way more my comfort zone than being the person who edits it and distributes it. So I lean on somebody else that's part of their strength, that kind of toolbox of strengths that they have. And I think that's what we all need. Now, that doesn't mean you shouldn't pursue getting better at certain things. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't try to develop in areas. But if you get to a point and you're like, man, this part of this business, it's just not ever going to be comfortable for me. I'm not going to enjoy it, and it saps the energy out of me. And it makes the areas that I am strong in worse because I'm not the best version of myself when I'm doing those things. Then I would encourage you to say, okay, I got to find somebody else to do this. And if you're like, well, my budget's too tight, I can't do it, then find some incentive-driven way to get somebody else to do it where It is more performance driven and maybe less of a guaranteed compensation. And you're going to be able to find people who work that way. Now, not everybody does. Some people are more security minded, some are more opportunity minded. But if you can find somebody who is eager to be more of a performance driven person, man, you can do some big things that way. So if you want to reach your potential, odds are you're not going to be able to get there alone. I mean, this idea of, hey, I am self-reliant and I'm self-made is such a fallacy. I mean, it's all a team sport. Even if you're a solopreneur, you've got people around you that are supporting you in some way, shape, or form, right? Whether it's an accountant or, I mean, I know the most successful solopreneurs in our landscape do great, but they also hire independent contractors or other outside consultants or providers to help them become the best version of themselves. And so understand that this whole entrepreneurial thing is a team sport, regardless of the model you choose. And if you play to your strengths and complement those strengths with other people playing to theirs, like that's the magic formula for success. It's like rocket fuel. You're going to be able to enjoy what you do. You're going to have a higher probability of success. You're going to grow faster. And honestly, it's like I said, it's just going to be a better operation overall. And you're creating an environment where somebody else can play to their strengths too. So if in doubt, play to your strengths. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Fitness Business School. Before you go, I have a quick announcement. One of the things that we've been doing with our current clients is taking them through this ideal business diagnostic. And really what it is this checklist that allows you to pinpoint exactly what your business needs next so you can keep improving, keep growing, and build a business that you love to own. One that pays you well, one that allows you to have the impact you want to have, and one that allows you to have a lifestyle that you truly enjoy. In this diagnostic, we walk through everything and we do an evaluation and can instantly pinpoint what you need to do next to build that business that you want. I'm going to extend this opportunity to get on with either me or my team and take you through this evaluation and fix your business's most vital needs fast. So if we take you through this, you're going to be able to make those vital changes that you need to finally have what I call your ideal business. If you'd be interested in going through this entirely free, risk-free diagnostic with us and learn what you already have in place, what you're doing well, and where your greatest opportunities for rapid improvement are, just shoot me an email with diagnostic in the subject line to pat@patrigsby.com. Again, an email to pat@patrigsby.com with diagnostic in the subject line will get you scheduled and take you through this evaluation to help you build the business you want.